The sun rose over the endless savanna, spilling gold across tall grass that shimmered in the wind. Life was waking, herds grazing, birds soaring. But somewhere in that stillness, a faint cry cut through the calm. Ranger Daniel adjusted his hat, scanning the horizon through a pair of dusty binoculars. He had spent years patrolling these plains, a guardian of balance between man and wild. Yet something about that cry felt different. He paused near his jeep, listening again. The sound returned, high, trembling, desperate. Not the echo of prey or the song of dawn. It was the cry of a cub calling for help. Daniel started the engine, dust billowing behind his vehicle as he turned toward the source of the sound. Instinct told him this wasn't just another rescue. He stopped near a cluster of acacia trees and stepped out. Daniel crouched beside a mound of rocks, listening. Suddenly, a small golden figure stumbled from behind a bush, a lion cub. No older than a few weeks, panting, trembling, its tiny chest rising fast. The cub froze at the sight of Daniel, wide-eyed and unsure. His voice was soft, barely a whisper carried on the wind. "Easy there, little one. I'm not here to hurt you." The cub whimpered and took a hesitant step forward, glancing back toward the far side of the plains as if urging Daniel to follow. Whatever danger it had fled from, its story was only beginning. From the distance came the faint cackle of hyenas, their mocking laughter twisting through the air. Daniel's hand moved instinctively to his tranquilizer rifle. Daniel positioned himself between them and the cub, standing firm. He fired a warning shot into the air. The echo scattered birds across the sky. The hyenas retreated, fading into the tall grass, unwilling to challenge the man. Daniel exhaled, lowering his rifle. The cub blinked up at him, still shaking, then turned again to face the open plains, determined, restless. They pressed onward together. The air grew heavy, and distant thunder rolled like a drumbeat over the savanna. A wall of gray clouds loomed ahead, devouring the sunlight. Rain struck suddenly, hard, cold, relentless. Daniel lifted his collar, shielding his eyes, but the cub pushed forward, undeterred. Daniel crouched at the edge, spotting paw prints descending into the ravine's narrow path. "You want me to follow, don't you?" he murmured. The cub's eyes met his pleading, glistening through the rain. With careful footing, Daniel descended the slick slope, mud clinging to his boots as thunder echoed like a heartbeat above them. At the base, the cub sniffed the air, then cried out again, a call so raw, so desperate, it silenced even the storm. Lightning illuminated a jagged trail winding deeper into the ravine. The cub advanced with short, determined steps, glancing back to ensure Daniel followed. Daniel's boots slid on the wet stones as he maneuvered through narrow passages. The air smelled of rain and fear, an ancient scent that belonged only to the wild. A guttural roar cracked the air ahead. The cub stopped too, crouching low, trembling. Through the curtain of rain, a massive silhouette appeared on higher ground, a male lion. Daniel didn't move. The cub let out a small cry, stepping toward the lion. The great beast's ears twitched. He neither growled nor advanced. Daniel realized then the lion wasn't hunting. He was waiting. A protector standing guard over something precious. Daniel caught sight of movement below a lioness. Trapped under a heavy fallen log, paw twisted unnaturally. The cub rushed to her side, mewing softly, pressing against her neck. Daniel's voice was steady, calm, almost reverent. "Easy now. I'm here to help." The lion's gaze never left him, but it did not stop him either. Rain fell harder, streaking across Daniel's face as he crouched beside the wounded lioness. Her breathing was shallow, eyes glassy with pain and exhaustion. He studied the log, thick, gnarled wood wedged deep into the muddy ground. Moving it alone would be impossible, but the male lion was watching, waiting. Daniel removed his jacket, using it to wipe the mud from her flank, whispering softly. "Hang in there, girl. We'll get you free." The cub nuzzled its mother's cheek, mewing helplessly. The male lion paced in slow, anxious circles. Daniel grabbed a thick branch nearby and wedged it under the fallen log, straining with his full weight. The wood barely shifted. Man and lion pushed together. With one final surge, the log rolled aside, crashing into the wet earth. The lioness gasped, her body free at last. Daniel stumbled backward, breathless. Daniel stood in the downpour, mud streaking his uniform, staring at the male lion. Neither moved for several seconds, only their eyes spoke. No aggression, no fear, only a quiet understanding of trust beyond words. Daniel crouched near the lioness, his breath steadying. The male lion stepped forward, towering yet calm. The ranger expected the wild instinct to return, but it didn't. The lion simply grunted softly. Daniel exhaled, lowering his head in quiet respect. The family of lions stood united once more. Nature, restored to balance, seemed to breathe again. As Daniel walked back toward his jeep, the savannah stretched before him. Sometimes, the wild reminds us that survival isn't just strength. It's trust. Between species, between hearts, that's where life endures.